it time? Thumbs up? Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Straight Talk with Sheila. Thank you so much for being here. You are on the waiting journey with me, and I'm so excited that you are willing and you have partnered with me. Today, we're going to talk about how to wait in your finances. So, for the past 4 weeks, we've been talking about waiting. So, the initial video, we talked about how to wait. And you asked for more details about how to wait because I threw a lot of nuggets in there. And so, after you asked, I went back and I broke it down: how to wait in relationships, how to wait spiritually, how to wait in your health. And today, I want to finish up with how to wait in your finances. And for many of you, you might have been following me on Facebook, on Instagram, or you might have read my book. My book is called Free Me From Me: Chains Were Meant to Be Broken. And yes, I literally meant chains were meant to be broken because there were so many chains in my life that was holding me back. And I had to find ways to break them. Remember, I talked about there are three parts to your life. You have to look at your life holistically: your mind, body, and spirit. And for me, you will hear me talk about the message of ways to get back up again. I had to get up from broken places in my life, in my relationships, in my health, in my spiritual walk, and in my finances. If you've been listening to me, you hear me say a lot how to get up again. And I really believe in that. As I have shared in my book, and I've shared on this Facebook Live and on Instagram, wherever you follow me, you will hear threads of my life. I was married 24 years. I had a family. I had a home. I had what I felt like I was on the up and up. Things were going well. But after the 24th year, towards the ending of the 24th year, things just was not going well. It took a turn for the worse. It went downward. And I took an assessment of my life and the emotions I was feeling. And I looked at my life, all three areas: my mind, my body, and spirit. And things were just out of whack. And I chose. I chose to exit my marriage. Was it an easy decision? No. It was hard because I knew this would tug at my children. It would break their heart. It broke mine after 24 years. I had to make that choice because there were so many things broken in my life, including my finances. I want to ask you a question, and I need you to type in the comments. Have you ever played this game, Jenga? When I play the game Jenga, and I'm about to win, and I'm excited about winning, and you make a mistake and you pull out the wrong block, and the whole thing comes tumbling down, that was the experience I had in my marriage. 24 years. And everything came falling down. Jenga reminded me of that. My finances was down. My health was down. I had acid reflux. I had to be on medication for several years until I figured out a natural way to fix it. And today I want to say to you, if you're like me, if you've experienced divorce where you had loss, I had to wind up filing bankruptcy. It hurt. It hurts. Starting over hurts. But you know what? You've got to start right where you are. What I say to you is about, you have to get up again. I'm not telling you something I didn't know. I'm telling you something that I've walked through. There were times in my life I couldn't pray. I had to have friends for me. My finances were so jacked up that I could not get loans. My kids were in college. It was hard. And then I realized that the person looking back at me in the mirror had to be the one to turn things around. I couldn't depend on anyone to do it. And I ask you today, if you're in a similar situation, you've got to do the work. It's hard. It's tedious. I know. I've been there. I want to invite you into my tribe. If you want to ignite your life, if you want to turn around your spiritual walk, your finances, your relationship, I ask you to join my tribe of igniters. I had to ignite my life. And the way I did that, I'm so glad you asked. I started searching around to find ways. Who can I learn from? What can I get information from to help me to fix my life, my finances? Because I was so obsessed about my finances, I wanted to feel secure, and I wasn't. And then having to file bankruptcy and having all the loss, and I was so afraid. But I started searching and I found Susie Orman. I started reading her books. I started watching her videos and her DVDs. I started listening to Dave Ramsey. I searched and I found Tony Robbins, his book. And I have that on audio. And I listened to that in my car. I used my car to become a university. To learn, I started learning from a virtual coach how to fix my life, how to fix my finances, how to turn things around again. And I say to you, you can do the same. I want you to put me on pause right now if you know somebody that needs to hear this story. Somebody that you know is struggling in their finances. They need to rebuild their financial foundation. It's hard. I know, I've been there. So I'm inviting you to join me on this journey so I can share with you the people I've learned from, the things I've done to get back up again. It's not easy. It's a daily walk. It's a weekly walk. It's a monthly walk. I've got to do something every day in the area of bettering my finances. I want you to know that I understand. I understand the pain of it all. I don't stand here in front of you to tell you that I've arrived. No, I'm still on the journey. And I want to give you a few suggestions, things that I've done. If you're in a job where you can contribute to your 401k, and if they're matching it, start contributing. And not just contribute the exact amount, contribute extra. And if they're matching it, even better for you. Don't leave money on the table. Find a financial coach. You might be able to find one in person, but if you can't, find one virtually. But find somebody that knows more about finances than you are, or someone that could navigate the waters for you to help you get back on track. I had to do that. And read and listen. Listen to books. Read things that's going to help you and connect with me, because I can connect you with others. It's so important that we have a whole life, that we fix our mind, our body, and our spirit. And when our finances are out of whack, I can speak for myself. It affects me. I can't sleep. It affects my eating. It affects all parts of my life. And I want you to know that another thing that you can do if you're not doing that already is to give 10% of your income. Give it back. Give it back, because that's instruction from your Creator. He wants you to trust Him, to build your faith, that even though you may not have enough, if you trust Him and return that 10%, He will surprise you. He will surprise you in so many ways. I stopped by here to tell you that I'm on this journey with you, that I want you to join my tribe of igniters and to get your finances together, to build that solid foundation. If you need to take a class and learn more about trading, about the stock market, so that if you have a broker and he or she's making a trade, you will now understand the risk. You will now understand what it takes. You know about stocks and bonds. You know about mutual funds. These are things that you're going to need to understand that's going to help you. I had to take classes. And I'm still learning. And I want you to come on board. Because starting over is hard. I know. I've done it and I'm still doing it. But what I know is I can't wait on somebody to do it for me. I've got to do it myself. And your Creator has given you the power deep down inside of you. And you hear me say every week, I am your coach. I am your sister, and I'm here to tell you that I believe in you. I know you can turn your finances around. Knowledge is power. You've got to get the knowledge about the things you're doing wrong. I want to tell you a story about this lady I knew in New Jersey. It was such a funny story. She had a great job. She had her own home. She was driving a very high-end car, very expensive, but she had issues with spending. She used to spend a lot. So she decided to open up an account in a bank across town. When I say across town, I mean several miles away. And she didn't put an app on her phone. What she did, she just allowed the statements to come to her home every month. She didn't open the envelope. She piled them up and she kept them in a secure place. And then maybe once or twice a year, she would just open the envelopes and check to make sure everything she's putting in was there. You've got to get creative in your finances. That's what she did because she knew she was making good money, but she also knew she had an issue with spending. If you have an issue with spending, you've got to figure out that area where you're struggling and come up with creative ways. I am a coach and I can help you in your life to help you figure out areas in your life and how to connect maybe with a different type of coach outside of maybe where I can help you. But if you connect with me as an igniter, you will ignite the three parts of your life: mind, body, and spirit. I want you to do well in your finances. I want you to get up every day over and over again. I know in this COVID season, there's a lot of people struggling. You're struggling emotionally, physically, and maybe financially. Maybe you've lost your job. But I want you to know that it's possible. Maybe there's a gift or a talent that you can start working on and turn your hobbies into a financial future. I am so glad you stopped here today. And I want you to send me emails. Go back to my YouTube station, Look Within You, and listen to the past videos that I have made about how to wait. Waiting is hard. It's difficult, but it's something we all have to do, but you have to be creative in your waiting. You can't just stand there. You've got to do something while you wait. So if you're waiting for your financial foundation to turn around, if you're waiting for things to get better, you've got to start right where you are. Read the books, watch the videos, call on someone, a financial coach, someone that could help you. And if you're not there yet, reach out to me and I could help you figure out where you're stuck and the things that you need to do. I so appreciate you meeting me here this week. And I'll meet you here next week, same time, maybe not same place. And I want you to know, I am so happy you joined and I look forward to hearing from you. Make sure you send me a comment. I am looking forward to talking back to you. Have a great evening and may God bless you in your financial journey. Bye-bye.